It was an old, rundown brick veneer house that had no character at all. It had good bones. We could see the potential, but it certainly didn't have any of the features that we wanted in a beautiful home. One section of the house, it was small and pokey, so we didn't have enough bedrooms, we didn't have enough bathrooms. You know, we were just looking at our neighbours. You'd sort of stand in the kitchen and they'd wave to us and we could see them. It wasn't a good floor plan at the time, so we needed to resolve some of those issues, and I think by extending on and blocking out our neighbours on that side, that's also created some more privacy for us, which has been great.
And then the entry was one of the main points.
Yes.
Because we had to go down the side of the house, downstairs, and then back up a full flight to get in the house. You couldn't see where the entry was. So
it was very hidden. We love Jake. Jake's an awesome guy. And when we're talking about finding a builder, I suggested him to Michael and he said, well, let's get him over and we'll have a chat. And I was following him on Instagram and I just saw some of the work that he was doing and I thought, you know, he looked like he had done some really nice projects. I mean, I just really liked his personality to start with. As soon as he came here and talked to us, you know, he sounded like he knew what he was doing. He was easy to talk to, and I didn't want a builder that I felt like, you know, he was old school and only going to deal with Michael. I wanted to be involved in it. And, you know, he came across to me as, you know, giving me the time that he gave to Michael. Jake's been very respectful to me and always, you know, listened to my ideas too, which was important for me. We could always talk to him and ask him questions or tell him our ideas, and he didn't dismiss anything just because it was an easier way to do it. It's nice to have a builder that will hold your hand through the process and walk you through what you need to do. I know that for a lot of people, they don't understand the building process at all, and they need somebody that will explain things as they're going and, you know, show them the steps. And I think he's a good communicator. I think that's really important in a builder. They'd turn up here when they'd say they were going to be here. They were reliable. You know, we had some rain days, but he always kept us informed and let us know if things, you know, weren't going to go to plan, why, or if there was a hold up or, you know, some materials they were waiting on. He always let us know what was going on. So I never felt like we were forgotten about. I think when you can have that relationship with your builder where you can just pick up the phone and give him a call or send him a text and he'll respond to you, and I think that that's pretty imperative. It was nice to work with someone that was, you know, fun on site. You know, there was
beer on a Friday
afternoon, but they were always happy.
Oh, the banter.
The banter. It's as much about building a relationship with your builder as it is about their past history, and I just got a good feeling from him. We trusted him. So it just felt like we had a nice relationship just as mates that I'd never met. We just really liked him from the first meeting. Look, I liked that he was sort of a small crew, that he wasn't a huge operation, and I knew that he was going to be here, and that was important. I didn't want to be, you know, just a number in some big building company where you don't get that personal service. I knew that he cared about getting this right, and I think that was probably, for me, the most important thing.
He's very good at wanting to get the little details right. I mean, all this decking and that's all hardwood, it's all custom, so it takes effort and time and measuring properly, and he's a thinker.
He's a smart guy and he's pretty switched on. He cares about the way the finished product was going to come across, not just for him, but for us. Waking up in this bedroom every morning, it's just transformed our lives. We look out and you feel like you're in a tree house compared to our bedroom that we had previously. I mean, it's just chalk and cheese. The kids love it, but they're loving the new bathroom. I feel like I'm in a resort. I do feel like when I have a shower every morning that, you know, you're in some luxury spa. It's amazing.
Probably walking in from off the streets is the most pleasing thing because, like I said, going down the side of the house just didn't have an entry. I love it every time I walk in. It's a real focal point now, yes. And it walks straight through to the back rear deck. We love spending time out here. We had friends over the other week, and it's just awesome.
We had this coffee table. It was just a steel frame with some old timber on it, and it rotted, and we asked Jake if there was anything that we could do with the top of it, and he took it away and he used the leftover black butt that we had here from the deck, and he stripped it down and he's built us this beautiful coffee table. So we're pretty stoked with the coffee table. It looks fantastic. We'd be happy to use him again, and in fact Michael has has actually designed other projects that he's referred Jake onto, and Jake is doing a house just down the road that Michael designed. We'd have absolutely no hesitation in recommending him, and we have, to refer him onto other projects, because the relationship that we had with him during this build has just cemented the fact that we think he is a good builder and a good, really honest guy too. I think when we pull up now and we look at the house compared to what it was when we first bought it, it's unrecognisable. You know, it was an old yellow brick house. It had no street appeal at all. And now it looks like a beautiful architectural home. And you walk down that boardwalk at the front and it feels special. It feels really unique, and I don't think that there's anything that we would change about it.
I'm very happy with what we got. I actually get home and walk up and down it a couple of times before I go through the front door.
Michael's always saying to me, how lucky are we? How good is this? You feel very grateful to live here. It's a pretty special place, and I wouldn't change a thing, honestly. It's everything that we hoped it would be. The execution of everything that Jake's done and his team has been spot on.
The design was
really happy. Yeah, the design was really good too.